What is an astronaut's favorite Asian style chicken dish? Interplanetariaki. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Tuesday night. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. We've switched things up. I'm sorry to pull a switcheroo on you, but we're gonna do Jet Force Gemini first and Jump King second. That's partially because I already have the retro capture set up, and partially because Jump King is now the game I'm looking forward to the most. The madness has thoroughly grabbed the madness has thoroughly taken hold of me. And now Jump King is the game I'm looking forward to every night. And so it's better to put it in the second half where it can get the lion's share of our attention, without necessarily having to shortchange the other game to do it. Because the stream can basically go on for as long as I have stamina for. We don't have to cut Jump King short for this game, and I don't have to wear myself out so that I can't give this one proper attention. But anyway, before we dive in, let's welcome everybody. Dead Zergling first in chat tonight. Welcome in, Zergling, followed by Sir Punks-a-lot. Welcome in, Punk. Great to see you. A rare treat. I wish it was a cozy, cool roasting marshmallows night. It's raining for me here tonight. It's somewhat cozy because of that, but it's also, I'm going to have to go out and walk the dog in that cold rain. I'm not looking forward to that. Lucent Jelly is here as well. Welcome in, Jelly. Welcome in, Greg's Retro Channel. Welcome in, Emphatic Sage May. Good to have you with us again. Final Fantasy. Hope you're well, Final. Gemini, you. Well done, Punk. A Jim and I. Very well done, Final. You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it. I've used that quote. I've used that quote on the stream. I don't know if you pulled that from. There's a line just like that in Harry Potter. I don't know if you pulled it from that, where they're telling each other's fortunes. Yeah. And I think the line is in the movie. Ron says it to Harry, but I think in the book Harry says it to Ron. That is where you pulled it. Yeah, I've said that before because I think about that line sometimes because I think it describes my philosophy of gaming very well. That's an amazing joke, Punk says to Final. That's a good one. I think about that line a lot too, May says. You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it. Oh, it's so good. Alright, so we actually know what we need to do tonight. At least to start off. I'm a little worried because I'm running out of stuff in this game where I know what I need to do. So we might, speaking of suffering, we might be on the verge of entering a long season of clueless wandering with this game. But before we do that, we've got to clear out. There's one more area in this level where we've got to make a pass through it and successfully collect all the teddy bears. And that's going to be a challenge because this is a tough stage, this one. And there's one room where there are several teddy bears that are like set up to die if you don't act quickly as soon as you enter the room. And when, it's not a question of if I fail that, but when I fail that, we're going to have to restart the stage in its entirety. So there's going to be some, it might be a bumpy night tonight. That line can go for gaming in general, Final says. I am. If you haven't kept up with the Jump King saga, I keep bragging about it now because after a mere 92 hours, I finally beat Jump King for the first time. We successfully completed, and actually I didn't even complete the original game. What I did was on my first playthrough, I got confused and lost, and then stubbornly committed to the DLC path before I ever completed the main game. So when I did reach credits, it was at the end of the DLC, at the end of that 92 hours. So we had to go back and scoop up the original game victory as well. And that actually came very quickly. That only took 4.5 hours. Because of my my extensive training with the more difficult DLC, to complete the DLC, you're required to traverse a hefty portion of the original game. So all of that training made our second run much easier. And now we're on to DLC 2, which I've heard is basically the most frustratingly difficult thing in the universe. And so far, it's not actually that bad. I haven't made a lot of progress, but it starts off alright. But I suspect, an extremely short way in. Speaking of bumpy, turns out the vibration from the controller was a major problem for this nerve thing. It's almost like getting a little shock to someone like me. Turn that bad boy off, Final says. I'm glad there's one fewer. I'm glad you've caught that, and there's now one fewer irritant for you. I play so much retro stuff that most of my controllers don't vibrate. The controller vibration is actually something that can still surprise me and take me off guard because it's kind of a rarity for me. What am I doing? I'm wasting the wrong kind of missile. I really should be using homing missiles right now. Because they're refillable and the tri-rockets... Well, the tri-rockets are refillable too, but the homing missiles are easier. The N64 Rumble Pack. Yeah, I actually don't swap out the Rumble Pack. I just leave the memory... I just leave the memory card in the N64 all the time. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone with my inauthenticity. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be looking for teddy bears. I forgot. I forgot I was supposed to be collecting those guys. I almost wiped them out with missiles. This is about to be the worst rescue mission ever. I don't know what is going on. My homing missiles are not locking onto anything. And when they do accidentally hit an enemy, they're going right through them. I hesitate to accuse the game of cheating, but something is suspicious here. Is that it? Is this room clear? This room is clear. Fantastic. Okay, let me catch up here. It's not if, but when, Frownie says. Reminds me of a Yoda quote. So certain are you. Always with you, it cannot be done. Afraid are you is my favorite quote, Final says. I'm able to play Resident Evil 4 for an hour every other 2 days now. It's slow, but it's progress. It's like I'm learning to walk again, Final says. Frownie is a simple man. He sees the koala, he blasts it. I think I'm caught up. If I missed a significant message in the chat, my apologies. Maybe not significant, but substantial? I don't know what the word I'm reaching for is. Uh-oh. This is a room where there are teddy bears that are very easy to, it's very easy for them to perish. I need to be somewhat swift in removing threats. What is that? Get that weapon out of here. That's a trash weapon. No one likes that. I'm amazed I didn't obliterate that one. It was so close. It was so close to the enemy I exploded. I'm living very dangerously, choosing to use rockets and missiles for all of this. Friendly fire is very much a thing in this game. Hey Otaku, welcome in. Welcome to more Jet Force Gemini. Hope you've been doing well. This one I've overlooked in the past, so it's good that I remembered. I think there's only one up top. Seven out of 9. What's up? Not much is going on my end. It's kind of a rainy, stormy night outside. So if the stream suddenly shuts down, you'll know that I have suffered a power and/or internet outage. But I'm probably safe if that does happen, so no worries. It won't be completely unexpected if I suddenly disappear. Same here, Greg says. What with the rain? Yeah. Shoot first, maybe ask questions later. The key question I'll be asking myself is, why have I done this? Now I have to restart the whole level. So this is why we need Lupus for this stage. He's the only one that can rescue these two on this platform here that we just came to. No one else can make that trip across. I think he can also cheese these pushing things here, because I think I can just fly around them. Yeah. I don't have to worry about the timing. That's nice. Okay, the room after this. Oh, he can cheese this puzzle too. Fantastic. I forgot about that. Alright, I think the next room is the last one, but it's the worst one, because there's a... This guy. That guy actively tries to take out my teddy bears right away. We got him, though. I think that's it. I think the last two are pretty safe in here. As long as I just get to them. Here's one. I see two over there. Stop too long to wonder about things, and you get blasted. Victory. That's all the teddy bears, my friends. This stage is going quickly. And I think what we're going to find over here... I think we're going to find one of those robot challenges in here. It'd be great if we found a secret exit. That would be even better. What's a spaceship part? That's good. That's not as good as a secret exit would have been, but it's something we need. How many spaceship parts are left to collect? 1, 2, 3. I think it's just those. Stabilizer, Juno's hatch key, and Lupus's hatch key. Alright, that's actually really bad that there's that many left, because I don't know where they are. All that talk of Empire Strikes Back earlier, now I have to watch that movie again, Greg says. Well, at least it's that one and not Attack of the Clones. Why is there water in this room? Star Wars movies from best to worst. 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, Final says. I'd probably say 5, 4, 6, 3, 1, 2. It's probably how I'd rank them. So we're pretty close. I actually like the Phantom Menace better than Attack of the Clones. I have a Hulk fixation right now, Otaku says. I'm playing a bad port of a cross-gen Hulk game. That sounds like a good time. Nothing like a bad game to bring you hours of joy. I'm very limited in my knowledge of the Hulk. I'm assuming we're talking about the Incredible Hulk and not Hulk Hogan, whom I also know very little about, actually. It's decent, it just doesn't look good. Yeah, the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, that's what I figured. I I have a couple Incredible Hulk games in my collection, but I've never made the time to play them. I have one. I think I have one on the PlayStation 2, and I have one on the Game Boy Advance, but I haven't ever played either of them. They were just like yard sale or thrift store finds that I was just like, oh, that's a cheap game. That'll be interesting to play someday, but someday has still not come. There's always someone left. There's always someone left to keep the door locked. There you are. Let's go. Best viewers and followers. I already have the best viewers and followers. What do I need you for, bots? There's a really good one on the PlayStation 2. It's just called The Incredible Hulk, Final says. That's probably the one I have. Yeah. Hopefully the Hulk has been treated better by game developers than some superheroes, Greg says. Cough, cough, Superman. Superman's a tough hero to work with, right? Because he's so powerful that giving him like interesting challenges that make sense. I don't know how easy that is to do in a lot of context. I think that like he can make for a decently interesting fighting game character maybe, but even then you have the issue of having to rob him of his ability to fly. That's not very fun. Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction is the best one yet, Otaku says. Ultimate Destruction. I didn't want to wait for the safe way across. I was okay with burning a little bit of health, literally since it's lava. There's nothing special hidden out here that I could... make use of. Guess I don't see anything. This level, the thing about this level is it has so many like little hidden alcoves and corners and such that I feel like it's really easy to overlook stuff here. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Why'd I click on that? The Incredible Hulk, the one Final was talking about, has good graphics for the PlayStation 2, Final says. You have to have the enemies armed with kryptonite bullets or something for a Superman game. I liked Superman Returns on the 360, Final says. Simple game, gets the job done. Speeding up to bullet speed was a lot of fun. I can't say I've ever given that one a try. And no rings. So, here's where we stand. I have completed every planet that we found so far. Right? Battle Cruiser. Or... what is that? Sekhmet, Cerulean, Anubis, Spawn Ship, Goldwood, Gem Quarry, Space Station, Water Ruin, Walkway, Rith Essa, Mizar's Palace, Icor, Eskbone, everything except for 12th Ret. So there's probably at least one planet I haven't found yet. Maybe two. Would be my guess. I think there's probably two where I just haven't found the planet. But it's distressing to me because what that means, so there's planets, so two of these planets probably have secret exits. But that it can have a secret exit, and I've been able to find all the teddy bears and still overlooked it, it must be really well hidden, which is really bad news for me. But I've got one planet so far where I'm missing teddy bears. I also have, I think, a flying robot challenge that I've never found. Because look, there's a gap in my Floyd awards. So there's that to find too. Oh, I finally collected a teddy bear head. Sonic likes rings. Sonic is popular. We need rings. Superman 64 is pretty terrible. It's one of those bad games that really lives up to its reputation for badness. I still have to go back and play that game some more too, because I didn't, I didn't complete it on hard difficulty. That's Frownie for you. He says how bad a game is and then says he wants to play it again. Well, the thing about that, it's not that I want to play it again, Greg. It's that the game doesn't really end if you don't beat it on hard difficulty. It doesn't let you play the final stage on normal mode. So it's just because it's not really that I want to play it again, but it's that I want to actually beat it. And you can only do that. I can only do that by playing it again. Yeah, it's one of those games. A word of advice, don't play Superman 64. Sadly, it's too late for me. I'm already thoroughly committed to the bad game lifestyle. I can't be saved. Like one of the Contra games you streamed before? Which one are we talking about, Greg? Oh, Contra 3. Yeah, Contra 3, you have to beat it on hard mode to get the true ending. Yeah, yeah. And sadly, I have not been able to do that either yet. Contra 3 is rough. It's a fine game, Contra 3. I don't love it. I think it's a bit gimmicky for my liking. Quite a bit gimmicky for my liking, unfortunately. So I don't love Contra 3, but it's alright. It's, you know, it's a good game. But I wish it was more like Contra 1 and 2. I feel like Nintendo is watching the angry video game nerd and putting the games that he reviews on the online service. I think I went in a circle. We'll be upside down a while. The thing about the online service games is, like, Nintendo has to put on there, like they can put on their first party games, you know, all they want. But when it comes to anything made by someone else, they're kind of limited to the stuff that other developers think they aren't going to be able to sell on their own. Right? Because why would Nintendo, why would Konami let Nintendo put a whole bunch of Castlevania games in the online service if they think they can just sell them themselves in the eShop for a higher profit? What is this? Do I even want to use this? I feel like no. The answer was no. I don't want to go up here. Take me back down. Put the Immortal and that spy game from the Super NES on there. Operation Winback. Yeah, they're kind of stuck with just what they have sort of uncontested rights to, or stuff that the rights holders don't care a whole lot about. Alright, I guess I am ready to go up there. I don't need any of the teddy bears I'm collecting right now. They've already been acquired on a previous run, and that's locked in. But I'm picking them up anyway because I'm hoping that, like, I'll notice some kind of secret or something I didn't notice before this time. No good so far, though. I do have a particular spot I am trying to get to, though. I don't think this is an entrance. No. Should have been. I should have made that a tube I could go into to explore. That's a thing where you need to be an ant. Like for GoldenEye, Nintendo had to beg MGM to let them put that on the Switch, and people are asking for Diddy Kong Racing, but that belongs to Rare. Oh, that might not even be a door, that thing that I saw with the ant on it. That might not actually be a door at all. Lupus can't use the transformation pad? Oh my goodness. This game is so amazing at wasting my time. So that fire is open. Are any of the other ones open? I don't know that I've ever checked the other ones. Nope. 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 It's weird that this room exists with no purpose. Oh, it's a great big empty room. With nothing but a couple coins. Uh-oh, my health situation is really bad. This room makes more sense than the one on the other side of the hall. Oh, enemies with shields? Yuck. I'm just gonna try and run past everybody. monsters. I don't think I've examined what happens if I try to go back in here now. How can we ever thank you? Many would have simply ignored our plight in the face of such odds, and yet your only reward is the sudden threat to your own world by that coward Mizar. The asteroid he's commandeered is heading straight for Earth. If you don't catch up with him in time, the collision will certainly put an end to his own life, but at a terrible cost to your people. Worse still, your Jet Force patrol ships just aren't cut out for such desperate work. We have a ship that may serve your needs, but there are drawbacks. It is the ship our ancestors used to reach this galaxy many centuries ago. I don't remember if I've read this or not. I know all this information. Many of its technologies have since been lost in the mist of time. If we can locate the missing pieces, it will certainly carry you to a final confrontation with Mizar. 12 parts have gone missing over the years. This is a lot of text. Some have been hidden throughout the galaxy, others hoarded by the locals. Final piece I myself own, and it will be yours as a reward when all the captured tribals are finally free. Sorry to be so mercenary, but hey, times are rough. Anyway, enough talk. It's your homeworld at stake. Be quick, find the pieces, and we may be able to stop that maniac for good. When you have all 12 parts, bring them back here, and we'll prepare this ship for its first voyage since the dawn of Goldwood. Very best of luck to y'all. I thought maybe he would give me some more information about what it is I'm missing. No such luck. Yeah, you can thank me by ignoring those teddy bears I blasted into oblivion. I'd say that makes for a pretty stellar deal. Let's see if anything new has opened up here. It seems likely. Or maybe not. We've already done this race. I've been contemplating what I want to eat for 4 hours. I mean, I would assume at some point just having something outweighs, like, the risk of having the wrong thing. Oh, that's a break. Those are bombs. No, the enemy got me with a bomb. I got myself with a bomb, I do believe. So close. Thing is, we've actually already won this. I don't know why I can fire. I don't know. This seems like a lot of area to only have nothing but a single race hidden in it. None of these other things open up and do anything. I don't know what to do about this game. I'm stuck. Nothing like running into your own banana in Mario Kart. Yeah, it's a pretty rough experience. Getting some N64 pod racer vibes. Just more Star Wars connections for this game. Oh, I've been upside down for way more than long enough. I do believe. So we'll fix that. I broke my camera. Well, we might have to do the rest of the night with no face cam. Now I broke the game audio. Oh my goodness. Everything is bad. Alright, I think it's fixed now. Oh. Streaming is too complicated. I don't remember what is beyond this door. Let's load up some missiles and find out. There we go. What am I supposed to watch without your beautiful mug on the screen? The gameplay final says. Highly recommended. What's going on in here? Why does this room exist? Oh, there's some tribals in here. Unfortunately, this is not the part of the map where I'm missing these guys. Yeah, Pin, welcome in. No, you didn't miss Jump King. I actually switched the order of things for tonight. I think, well, there were a couple reasons, but primarily it was because I already had this game set up, and if I was going to be playing both tonight, it just made sense to do the one I already had ready first. But also, I was thinking, when I put Jump King in the second part of the stream, it gives me more freedom to play it for longer. Provided I have the energy. So, because it's the game it's the game I'm more excited about playing. Of the two, I thought I should put it in position to be the one that gets the most time. So yeah, Jump King is still incoming. Probably in about an hour and a half, we'll switch to Jump King. Probably in about an hour. And then we'll play that until I feel like I have to go to bed. You sound like George Jetson, running out of energy, pressing buttons with your fingers. Just kidding, I'm not offended. I actually know very little about the Jetsons, so I can't really say that the comparison makes a lot of sense to me, just because I never really watched the Jetsons. A lot of those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, even when I was a kid, I had a hard time ever getting into any of those. The Flintstones, the Jetsons, they don't do a whole lot for me. I was much more excited for something like Tom and Jerry or the Looney Tunes. Those are way more exciting to me than something like the Jetsons or especially the Flintstones. I'm always complaining about the Flintstones on this stream. George Jetson would come home and complain about being sore because he worked hard all day. His finger would be glowing because his job was to press a button all day. Fair enough. No matter how little work people did in the future, they'd complain. Fair enough. Fair enough. I haven't gotten around to watching the Flintstones show yet, Frownie, but even the movie lines up with what you're saying about adult problems, promotions, and layoffs. Oh, layoffs. Oh, yeah. The Flintstones was always so boring to me. Because, yeah, it was all these grown-up situations. I was just... They just take like the most boring, like sort of like grown up like sitcom scenarios, and then just add the word rock into the situation, and that's it. This week on the Flintstones, Fred gets a second job because he has to pay huge medical bills from his rock appendicitis operation. Fascinating. I couldn't think of the word appendectomy. I like the TGIF show Dinosaurs, basically the Flintstones in Muppet form. I never watched that. For some reason, that show, the Dinosaurs show, never reminded me of the Flintstones. It reminded me of Roseanne. Having never watched it, I think the like dad dinosaur reminded me of John Goodman. Definitely Roseanne meets the Flintstones. Yeah, that's what that show always looked like to me as someone who never watched it. The Flintstones was the first show to have a husband and wife share a bed. I didn't know that. The Flintstones always add the word rock into so many things, like the Smurfs and Smurf. I never watched a lot of the Smurfs. Like I caught an episode or two here or there. I guess I thought the Smurfs was all right. I don't really have strong opinions about it either way. Flintstones is actually a parody of the Honeymooners, but I can see the Roseanne comparisons. No, I wasn't comparing Roseanne and the Flintstones, Greg. I was comparing Roseanne and dinosaurs. There's a third show in the mix here. Hey, Mazen, welcome in. The graphics are crazy on this, all the effects and stuff. I mean, it's no Game Boy game. Mazen, I checked out your Dredge video. I didn't get back to you. I wanted to try and pop in your stream chat, but I didn't see you live yet. I watched your Dredge video, and while I thought it was a very good video, I didn't get the reference. I don't know what reference you sneaked in there. I watched it a couple times, and I think I'm just dumb because I watched it a couple times, but I didn't get it. I'm sorry I let you down. I really didn't want to let you down. I wanted to I wanted to find it and come back successful, but I didn't catch it. Judge Dredge. There's a good pun. This is a high quality game right here. Maybe too ambitious considering the hardware limitations. I watched a lot of the Smurfs, Greg says. They always reinvent the honeymooners. Most recent is maybe King of Queens. I don't really know that show very well. To be fair, I don't really know the honeymooners very well. I never watched that either. Now you've made me frown a bit. I thought you of all people would catch my reference right away. I'm sorry. StarCraft 64 is the longest Nintendo 64 game to complete, Final says. Didn't even know it was on a console. I've heard of StarCraft 64. I think that's one of the more like rare and expensive games now. I think that one's tough to get a hold of. Newlyweds that fight a lot. Is the gist of the honeymooners. You said you like the Terminator 1 movie over T2 even? So you better know your quotes from that when you want to stand your ground. Oh, no, I'm never going to win an argument about it. I'm a very casual Terminator fan at best. I like T1 and 2. I like 1 better than 2, although that might not be true anymore because for a long time I thought that I liked Alien 1 better than Aliens, and I think I've changed my mind about that. I uh I rewatched I rewatched Alien 1, 2, 3, and 4 a couple months ago, and I think my opinions changed. I think I like Aliens better. So if I rewatch the Terminators, my opinion might change. I don't think so. I don't think I don't think it's likely, but I'm gonna say it's possible. You put a famous quote from the gun shop in T1 into the Dredge review. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was ill equipped. I was ill equipped to catch that reference, Mazin. I haven't watched the Terminator movies in a very, very long time. StarCraft was originally invented with graphics designed for the Game Boy. Didn't know that. Let me catch up here with the chat. I'm real far behind. It's a renewed copy of the game for $164 on Amazon. I don't know what they mean by renewed. No, I'm not really sure either. Final says I like T1 more than T2. Not that T2 is bad. I just felt they did a better job with 1. Yeah, I kind of like with 1. I kind of like Arnold as the bad guy, and I kind of like the sort of like horror type vibe of the first one. I feel like I wasn't crazy about the boy John Connor in the second one. It's the way I remember it, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time, so my opinion shouldn't be counted for very much. One and 2 are the only movies that really matter, EpiPen says. Uh, Westworld is kind of the best de facto prequel to the Terminator. I haven't watched any of that. Only like the first 2 movies, Greg says. Alien movies have grown on me over the years, EpiPen says. I've been a fan of the Alien movies for a long time. You can clearly see Arnold holding his arm behind his jacket when his arm's supposed to be gone. I don't think I ever noticed that final. Greg never got into the Aliens movies. Rise of the Bots? I think we can all agree Alien 3 is the worst one, Zergling says. I don't know, Alien Resurrection's pretty bad. T2 really stands up. The T1000. When I talked about the game only showing you see and nothing more, I put the quote with the plasma rifle on screen, and the answer of the shopkeeper says he could only get what's actually shown in the store, just like the Dredge game. I'll check it out another time, Mazza. Now that you've told me what it is, I'll watch it again just to see it, just to see what I missed. Terminator 1's an hour and 8 minutes, including the credits. No filler, just enough story to get you involved. Pure thriller and terror for the rest. Maybe that's why I like it. It's because it's so short. I meant to say Star Fox was originally designed for the Game Boy. That's shocking. You think that company eventually became Rare? The one that designed the framework? The only thing I remember about T2 is the Guns N' Roses song. I was way behind on the chat. It's taken a long time. I'm still a couple messages behind. I'd still give T2 a 5 out of 5 regardless of not liking it as much as T1 Final says. I'm probably pretty close to being there with you. How would Star Fox work on a Game Boy? No idea. Company that made Star Fox originally invented the tech for the Game Boy, but Nintendo bought them and pushed the tech into the Nintendo 64 instead. You mean the Super NES? The original Star Fox was SNES. Hey cows, welcome in. No, we haven't beat Jump King. We're doing Jump King second. I switched the order of events tonight. I'm not... Jump King takes Jump King is gonna take me a lifetime. I've heard horror stories about Jump King. if I'd beat the second DLC, if I'd beat it that quickly, I'd be able to I'd just retire from gaming forever. The last challenge would have been there'd be nowhere to go. There'd be nowhere to go. I'd be at the top of the gaming mountain. The gaming historian made an episode about it. Right on. I apologize for digging too deep into old school stuff just for a joke reference. No, Mazen. I think you know, references like that are fun. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry I missed it. I just didn't. I just didn't know the source material well enough. I didn't do my homework properly. That's what I get. That's what I get for being so culturally illiterate. I don't get to know what anyone's ever talking about. Oh, there's just too many enemies. I wonder if the last teddy bears could actually be up in this tree. I'm gonna be very upset. I'm gonna be very upset if I have to platform my way all the way up this tree like I'm playing Jump King, but I don't think that's possible, actually. Yeah, I'll have to do a refresher. Mazin says T-posing. Oh. What did the operator say to the rotary phone? Neither of us exist anymore. see anything up in the tree, and I really just can't make the kind of running jumps. Oh, well, never mind. Well, thank you for the stretch break, Greg. Do that in just a moment. Investigate this tree just a moment longer. All right. Let's stretch a moment. Did you ever play Broforce? No, I didn't, Mazin. It looks good. I watched you streaming it for a while. And it looks like a lot of fun. High action, fun pixel art, lots of cool puns. Brain dead fun, so it should be your caliber of gameplay. I feel like you know, I feel like some people might be insulted by that, but it is kind of true, right? All right. Broforce is a very American manwich with cheese sort of game. I don't know what Stellar Blade is. I haven't heard of that one. I didn't take it as an insult, Mazin. I thought you know, I thought you I just assumed you're being playful. looks like Bayonetta plus Dark Souls. Maybe Devil May Cry plus Dark Souls. I'm in a rough spot with this game right now because I just don't know what to do. I'm stuck. And you know me, when I get stuck, what do? I dig my heels in and bang my head against the wall for 20 hours. That's where we are with this game right now. I wouldn't have it any other way, Final says. Bayo is solid, never beat any of the games. But chip away at them from time to time. Really like them, but they're hard. I haven't given any of them a try. I actually own a guidebook for this game. Would you believe it? I have the strategy guide for it. I have a whole shelf of strategy guides, and it's the dustiest shelf in my entire home. But this is one of them. Yeah, what, Frownie has a guide? Insanity. Well, I hope to never crack the spine on it, but I might have to. I might eventually have to with this one. Me neither, Greg says. Bayo is the unofficial successor to Devil May Cry, which are also great, up to 3 in my experience. Barely touched 4. Button masher beat 'em ups. They continue to evoke more and more combos. Great for their genre, though. If you have the book in print, it's not cheating. Oh, yeah, it would be for me. I don't even like to look at the instruction manual. That feels too much like cheating for me. I've gotta hold myself to the most impossible standard at all times. That's why I have to always tell people not to be like me, because it would be irresponsible if I didn't. DMC, Bayonetta, and Ninja Gaiden, the 3D trilogy. Put them all in the fun but hard hack and slash category, Final says. Hey, we just got a new follower. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I'll keep your identity a secret if you prefer, but I'm very grateful to have you with us. NES guides are absolutely essential. You really couldn't finish Zelda or Metroid without a guide, even if you somehow managed to beat it. I'm gonna try and do so. Zelda, I'm out of luck with, because I beat that game a long time ago before I had my strict blind policy. So, you know, I looked stuff up and spoiled myself on that game ages ago. But Metroid, I still have a pretty clean slate with. So I'm gonna do that one on the stream someday. We're gonna do it old school. No guides, no maps. And I'm gonna try and figure out the whole game on my own. But I know it's gonna be hard. I have a little bit of experience with Metroid going into it. Because I tried doing that a long time ago before I ever started the stream. I tried doing Metroid blind, and I got pretty good. I was playing it with permadeath as well, because I hate grinding to refill your health in that game. It was more fun. Grinding to refill my health is so tedious that I had more fun just restarting the game from scratch every time I died and trying to get better at just refinding the objects and stuff that I knew where it was. So, but anyway, when we do it on the stream, it won't be a strictly pure experience, since I am going in with some background knowledge, but it will be, hopefully, still an honest, blind playthrough, if I can manage it. That's a pretty big if, though. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna be a long one. Welcome in, Claude 3 Speed. Juno Beach and the J Forces? Sounds like an old-timey band name. Frownie doesn't even like looking at the game because it's too many spoilers. Metroid 1 is the best, but you need some sort of map even if you draw it yourself. Well, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do, Mazin, is draw the map myself. So I will have a map, but it'll be my map. The big thing, like, one of the big things that's holding me back on that is I'd like to wait until I have a better computer so that I can set up a separate webcam and I can show the map on screen when I work on it. I can't do that kind of thing with my current laptop because it's just not powerful enough for it. I mean, someone who's a real tech wizard might be able to get it to work, but I'm not. And I've done a lot of experiments, and it just doesn't seem to. I'm not clever enough to make it work out, but if I get a more powerful computer someday, then we can add an additional camera for that, and that'll be a lot of fun, I think. I really like drawing maps for games on stream that we play on stream. But it's kind of a boring process when I feel like when people don't get to see what I see when I'm working on it. I have no idea. I have no idea where the final two teddy bears on this stage are. They are hidden so well. That's a flare. I have this crazy thought that I'm missing two teddy bears and there are two graves. And I have this crazy thought that there's some way to resurrect. That there's two, like, I feel like there's two teddy bears buried here, and there's some way to resurrect them to collect them, and I just haven't figured out what it is. Let me catch up. I'm way behind here. Worst thing about Metroid 1 is the low-life beeping. Yeah, I've been playing this game for a really long time, Claude. I still don't know everything about it. There's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of stuff that I might not have figured out or I'm still wrong about. So, and plus I'm just kind of dumb in general, so don't be surprised if sometimes my experience doesn't show very well. If looking at a guide keeps me interested in the game and having fun versus hating and quitting playing it, I figure it's worth it. Well, I don't tell. I always tell people, EpiPen, I always tell people don't play games the way I do. I don't think there's anything wrong with looking something up or asking for help when you're really stuck, but I'm just really hesitant to sacrifice the feeling of accomplishment that I'll have if I do figure everything out on my own. I really like that feeling of accomplishment, so, and it's worth a lot of suffering to me. Gaming is supposed to be fun, right? Is it? I remember those days drawing a map that only you ever saw any resemblance of what it was supposed to be, Greg says. One is genuinely my favorite, Metroid Mazin says, but I admit I somewhat cheated it for the sake of time saving. There's a big reference in this game to D-Day and World War II. I might not be historically literate enough to have caught it. I draw a map for Metroid NES. Someone else would see it, ask what it is. I'd say it's a map of Norfair and Metroid, and they would ask how I could tell. Gaming is supposed to be fun, but fun is subjective. Some people enjoy relaxing and taking their time with Animal Crossing. Others have fun by challenging themselves, testing their limits, and improving themselves. There's a game for everyone, and I don't think there's a gamer out there who enjoys absolutely every single game they've played. Master Chief's Origins. Hey, Chompy, welcome in. Is this game good? I'll circle back around to that thought in just a second if you'll bear with me. There's a reason the Konami code is so famous. For a certain generation, Contra with 3 lives was the only way. I know of the Konami code. I don't think I've ever used it in anything yet, though. Has anyone ever beat Contra with the standard 3 or 5 lives you start with? I certainly have. It wasn't, you know what? It wasn't the hardest thing I've ever done. But I never played Contra as a kid. I only ever played Contra for the first time 2 or 3 years ago. Still playing Doom after 25 plus years, Final says. Do as Frownie says, not as he does, Cal says. Precisely. Don't be like me. I'm a warning. Oh yeah. I mean, there's lots of ways to get a feeling of accomplishment. I was just talking specifically for gaming. You've got to use the Konami code for Harmony of Dissonance, Mazin says. Oh, it's going to be a long time before I get to that one. We'll see if I remember. So, in reference to is this game good? I like this game a lot. I've had a lot of fun with this game. The controls are a little weird, and even 30 hours in, I still feel not always as in control as I'd like to be. But it's a fun world to explore. I'm enjoying finding the secrets. I even like the challenge of collecting all the teddy bears. There is one type of mini game that you have to do several times. That's this first-person flying mini game that I absolutely hate. And there are several versions of it in this game, and they're very difficult. So, it's not... I don't love everything in the game, but overall it's very good. I'm really late into the game now, and maybe I should not just stand here and let everything just take free shots at me. I'm really late into the game now, and having to track down some of the stuff that's much more well hidden. And this is this point that I'm at with the game is proving to be a not insignificant challenge. I think that I can probably go in through these windows. If I count, well, I don't think I can go in through both of them. I might be able to get into the left one, though. We'll see. I have a terrible feeling that some of this stuff that I have to hunt down at this point is going to drive me out of my mind. It's one of the few N64 rare games I didn't play back in the day, Chompy says. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play all the rare games. In fact, I didn't play most of them. I really just played, I think I really just played Banjo-Kazooie and Perfect Dark. I had this game when it was new, or new-ish. But I didn't play it a whole lot. I think that the trouble was I think I got this game shortly before I got the GameCube. And so this ended up being overshadowed by that, and I think that's why I never bothered to really play it as a kid. It kind of just ended up collecting dust. I probably wouldn't have liked it very much back then, though. I don't think I would have finished it. Because, like I said, those flying challenges are really rough. And I don't think I would have had the patience or skill to master those when I was young. And just the hunting down the secret stuff, I would have had to look everything up, probably. Oh, there's something down there. I think I've been here as Bella before, though. You have 3 playable characters with different abilities, so they're limited on what they're able to each accomplish in each part of each level. So you end up having to replay the same levels again and again as different characters. Kind of like a better version of DK64. And now especially that I'm in this, like, oh no, I've missed some secrets and I'm going to have to revisit and replay stuff to find them. Now that I'm in this sort of mode, it's gonna be really rough because I don't remember which levels I've played as each character. So when I go to replay levels to find secrets, I have to replay each level 3 times because there's 3 potential characters. That secrets could be exclusive to. So this might be a game where most people are going to want to use a little bit of a guide. Doing everything strictly blind here may be a little, maybe slightly unreasonable. Is this the exit to the level? I think it is. Can I climb up this? I can. That looked awfully steep. I don't think I'd be able to run up that. Didn't play Rare Games and yet own Mickey Speedway USA. Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I had Mickey Speedway and I played a lot of that one too. I don't know if you're talking about you or me. I did play Mickey Speedway. That's another one I played. But like I didn't really play Banjo-Tooie, GoldenEye, Conquer, what's the other one I did? Diddy Kong Racing. Like those are some pretty big games, and I missed out on all those. I don't remember. I don't think I ever finished DK64, although I made it a long way into that game. I don't think I ever actually beat it. It looks like a hybrid of Conquer and Shadow Man to me, from the looks of it, Mazin says. Those are two games I have never played, Mazin, so I can't really compare them. I did rent Shadow Man once, but I don't remember it. Maybe a pinch of Turok, too. Just unusual because that was the most obscure one. I don't think I ever saw Mickey Speedway in stores, to be honest. So I got that game as a Christmas gift. I don't think I would have ever sought it out on my own, but I like it. It's fun. I still haven't finished it. We were playing it on the stream. I still haven't gotten all the platinum medals in the last set of tracks. It's too hard. Speaking of too hard, this game is too hard. I'm gonna see. There's an underwater thing in this stage. I'm gonna investigate that with Vela. I don't know if I've ever done that before. And we'll see what's there, and then we might call it a night with this game. I don't know how I'm gonna make progress in this game from this point, though. Because the only thing I don't know what to do. Like, I've done everything that I know about, so what's left for me to do is like hidden stuff that I haven't been able to find. So I think I know what we're gonna have to do, and I don't want to do it. But what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to systematically take this game from one end of the map to the other and sweep slowly and thoroughly through it to double check every area for secrets to figure out what it is I missed. So our playthrough of this game is about to get real ugly. I mean, it's been ugly for a little while. I have not made any progress tonight, really. Well, we cleared one area. I cleared one area and I found one ship part, so we have made some progress, but it's pretty... I've also wasted a lot of time. We played this for 2.5 hours, and about a half an hour of that time was well spent. About 2 hours of that time has been wasted on nonsense. Where I'm very empty-headedly wandering through places, not discovering anything. Conquer is a fun one-time play, but I'd never touch it again after beating it, Mazin says. But you have to be well aware of all sorts of film and game references, as it consists of about 80% of that. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably get a lot of the obvious references, but some of them would probably go over my head too. I don't know. I don't really expect I'm ever going to get around to playing Conquer, though. The Conquer is too much of an adult rated game for this stream. Yeah, and that's pretty much why I wouldn't want to play it. I'm fine playing things that have that are M-rated for like a bit of violence, or you know, a bit of violence or gore, preferably if it's like blowing up like monsters and stuff. Ideally, I'm not really interested in playing something that's M-rated because it's a lot of violence against people. But I don't mind a game that's kind of gory where we fight a lot of big ugly monsters and such. But I'm not really interested in anything that has a lot of bathroom or bedroom humor in it. That kind of stuff I can pass on. Conquer is hardly for kids aside from the main character itself. What am I doing? These guys are immune to that. I believe travel through this room is free. I had this wild idea also that, like, maybe I could use electricity to resurrect these guys. I don't think that works. I need to double check something real quick. You won't miss too much when you skip over Conquer. Mash of references all over the place. And the controls are so bad because every scene has different controls, basically. Oh, I don't like games that are like that. I mean, I don't, you know, I hear a lot of good things about it. Like, I do trust that it's fun to play through at least. You know, for at least a one-time playthrough. But yeah, I'm just not super interested in it. Remote mines. So many of these areas in this game are so stunningly dark. It's really hard to see your way through a lot of places. You know, these enemies, sometimes they should feel really lucky that I have to align all my shots with a Nintendo 64 joystick. How? How did he survive that? Get out of here. I don't believe it. Oh, yuck. I didn't remember there was another door. I thought I could run past these guys, clearly. Shadow Man, you should at least try. I think you could like it from a walking in circles aspect. It's like a 3D Metroidvania layout. I think I would be up for giving that one a try. I think I would. I think we might possibly do that one day. Oh, no. This was pointless. There's this path that Vela can swim through, but it doesn't lead anywhere. It's nowhere the other characters couldn't go, at least. How do I... Go underwater. Yeah, that's there. And this is nowhere new, right? It's all for nothing. I fell asleep to Jump King the other day and woke up to someone playing a really loud game. That's a risky run. My stream is quieter than a lot of other streams. And I usually try to raid pretty chill streamers most of the time. Not always, but even then, my stream is usually a lot quieter than other people's. I like my stream to be something peaceful that people could fall asleep to, but yeah. If you do, you're probably going to get jump scared awake in a few hours. Splatterhouse, the Shadow Man, it doesn't have the it has some swear words, but no but none of the toilet humor stuff like Conquer. It has gore and psychological horror stuff like Splatterhouse style. I love Splatterhouse. Hey, Bacon Praline, welcome in. I've napped here before. Fantastic. Very grateful for it. All right, we'll investigate one more thing on Tall Fret here. I'm gonna see if Lupus can fly into one of those windows. And then we're gonna call it a night with this game. This is another thing I'm gonna try to do that I expect is gonna be a waste of time, but I won't know until I try it. I haven't done, so my current project with Splatterhouse is to beat Splatterhouse 2 on the hardest difficulty, Deathless. I have done Splatterhouse 1 on hard mode, the arcade archives version. We did Deathless on hard mode, and we did Wanpaku Graffiti Deathless with the true ending. But I'm still stuck on Splatterhouse 2. I can do normal difficulty Deathless, but I haven't done Game Master Deathless yet, and I haven't practiced it for a while either, so when I do try it again, I'm gonna be pretty rusty. No, Otaku, I've never played a Hulk game. Worms Armageddon. That sounds like fun. I appreciate you joining us for a while, Mazin. I hope that you, I hope that if you gotta take off and get some sleep, I hope you sleep well. And we'll look forward to seeing you again, hopefully real soon. I haven't played a ton of Worms, but I've played it a little bit. I played it enough to know I like it. I got into one of them. I don't know if it was the Armageddon variety. I got into one of the Worms games for a while. I think I had it on the Xbox 360. It might have been Armageddon. I don't remember. I don't remember what the full title was. I'm not really all that good at it, though. I tend to lose a lot of matches. Worms is great, and 2, aka Armageddon, is an all-time legend among the series. I have to go to sleep as well, Otaku says. Good night, Otaku. It's been great having you with us tonight. I hope you also sleep well and have a fantastic tomorrow. When Lupus howls, sounds like he's about to dig into a bowl of Cookie Crisp cereal. He sounds like the mascot from those commercials to me. They made a crazy big patch a few years ago, and now this old game is basically modern and even on Steam. I might would try it again at some point. It might be something worth adding to my wish list on my Switch if it's available in the eShop. Maybe I can pick it up on sale one day. I could at least get, you know, a few hours of fun out of it. Some revisit some good times. Too many. There's too many of these enemies here. You're gonna let the game play against itself and try and predict the outcome. Alright, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that this works and is actually worthwhile. I have my doubts. Well, it's definitely not going to work if I let the boxes get blown up. Hey, Christian Cool. Thank you for the alert. Hope your week is starting off well. Things are alright. No major complaints. I slept poorly this afternoon, though. I had a very, very poor sleep this afternoon. I was supposed to lay down and get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and instead I got like 1. was having nightmares. It's not good. Couldn't get back to sleep. I scared myself too badly. But, you know, that just means I'll sleep better tomorrow, right? No. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced this is hopeless yet, but that was a bad sign. All these enemies. I just want them to go away. Life is so bad. It almost looks like I could make it. It almost looks like I could make it. I just barely can't. This is maddening. Is there really not like a fuel pad or something out here that I could use? Hey Tuesday, welcome in. Hey, thank you for stopping in, Mazin. Sleep well and have a great stream tomorrow, my friend. This game makes me cry. It just seems, the window here seems too dimensional to not, like usually things like windows and stuff that we can't enter are usually flat in this game. So that it's actually a gap. It looks like we should be able to go into it. Tuesday's taking over my shift, it seems. Happy Tuesday, by the way, if I forgot to say. Of course, as always, grateful to have you with us. Why does this chain have, like, collision that we can walk on, but only halfway up the chain? I mean, clearly that would never be the intended route, right? If that's the way they intended you to get in there, to get up to the top or inside there, then this game doesn't deserve to be played. That would just, that's just unacceptable. I don't know, my friends. I'm stumped. I'm stumped by this level. I can't find the last two teddy bears. I can't figure out what it wants me to do. I am beaten down. I am completely beaten down and broken by this stage right now. I just don't know what it wants from me. I don't know what the game wants from me right now. I've completed all the areas I could find, but I know there's areas I haven't found. But I don't know where they are or how to find them. I'm in a rough spot. With this one. We're going to be done with it for tonight. I'll leave this to be a problem for future Frownie. I guess we'll probably play this again tomorrow night. I know we've got a couple other things we could be working on, but it seems like it's probably going to be pretty wise to just stick with this one, because if I put it down for too long, I risk forgetting what I've checked and wasting all my time just duplicating efforts. So I think we'll probably start tomorrow night's stream with more of this game. And I think what I'm going to do is just try and remember which of these planets I've explored the least. I know Tall Fret's not done. I feel like the Anubis has to be very thoroughly done at this point. Goldwood, I feel like we've been, well, there might be something on Goldwood. We opened up like a target range at one point. The Gem Quarry, I don't know if that's worth taking another look at. One of these two stages probably has a secret I haven't uncovered. But we'll dive into that more tomorrow. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to take the doggo out for a quick restroom break, and we'll switch games. We'll move over to Jump King, and we'll spend the rest of the night with that until I run out of strength completely. Which might be a little earlier than I would hope it to be, but we'll see. We'll see how well I hang in there. Greg says, finally making story progress in Tears of the Kingdom. Right on. I don't remember a lot of the specifics about the story to that game. That wasn't, you know, story is rarely what I'm playing anything for. I remember the major story beats, like the overall thing, but the particulars of it are are very much blurry, if not completely gone from my mind at this point. All right, my friends, I'll be back in about between 10 and 15 minutes, as quickly as I can. But that's the window I expect this to take. Thank you for thank you for putting up with the aimless wandering, and yeah, we'll try to do some more tomorrow night. But if you want to join me for Jump King, stand by. I'll be right back.